Hello my lovely and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I wanted to do a little first impressions walkthrough of my first ever bullet journal that I started I think in 2016. So that's been math things 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. It's been a long time. Anyway, as you can see, I've bullet journaled a lot since then, and I just shared with you my 2023 bullet journal setup for the new year ahead. But I thought it would be just fun to look at my old journal, because if you saw my previous video, then you will see that the style has changed a lot and I've learned a lot throughout the years. And I'm thinking I might do a walkthrough of my old journals as well, because like I said, I have a lot and I've done a lot of bullet journals. But anyway, if you're ready, let's just jump right into today's video, which is walking you through my first ever bullet journal, which is from 2016 or 2017. I have not looked at this in years, so it's definitely going to be like a first impressions. And as you can tell, it's not even going to be a real bullet journal, it's just a line journal, because I didn't actually understand. When I heard the concept and I looked it up, I thought it was really cool and a very unique idea, but I didn't actually register that it literally means a dotted journal. So if you don't know what that means, it literally means a journal that has dots, which makes it a lot easier to like draw lines, to do even like calligraphy and draw and everything and line things up. So I didn't actually even understand that concept, but that's okay, because you learn and you evolve and then you learn what you like and don't like. So this was my first ever bullet journal, 2017. So let's see. So I did have the key, I did follow the index. I don't know what this is, okay, but this is a key, an index of everything that is included in this journal, so you can refer back to the page and the specifics. I did not keep up with the index in my other bullet journals, so it's interesting to see it. Another concept of a bullet journal is having a specific key of all like the code and how you want to organize when you do your schedule and everything else. I don't know if I follow this in this one, but I definitely don't follow it in my acrylic bullet journal because it's a lot more simple, but it's cute to see it because I remember all my ideas. This is way too complicated for me to remember how to use this, but this is the key that I used. So 2016, okay, that's a rough one to see. Okay, great. I got married that year. If you're new here, hello, my name is Seppi and I just got a divorce. So this is hashtag funny not funny to see this. Okay, maybe I don't want to go through this journal. Okay, let's just move past that. Anyways, at the end of every year I do a yearly review. So this is 2017, so that was the first year I was married. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Okay, let's get into it. So I usually do a year in review of the good things that happened. These are all the fun things. And then I set my goals for 2017. I figured this was gonna come up as well. I was very specific in terms of how much I wanted to lose 6% of body fat. Okay. So I used to have a trainer and I actually really miss that as well, but I was very specific in like my specific goals, and I'm proud that I actually achieved them. Being able to do push-ups, I was able to do 23 push-ups. Chin-ups, I was able to get to 12. Never did the splits. I know these are my goals for the year and setting up the how and why I want to achieve these goals. My system has changed. I've developed my own little goal setting system, which works a lot better than this, I find. These, again, all my goals. I had specific career goals. Very funny. Have my own business. I do employ someone. I do not. How funny. Take a year off from my current full-time job. Still haven't been able to do that. Work from home. Ironically enough, we work from home now, but for the wrong reasons. Hashtag COVID life. Marriage goals. Clearly did not achieve those goals. Hashtag funny not funny. Oh god, that's actually kind of painful to see. Oh well, let's move on. Financial goals. Then January memories. So that was a lot more specific, but writing out my memories every single month is something that I still continue to do, because I think it's a really beautiful way to look back at the year and to take the time to write down the small memories that we tend to forget. Brain dump, I do this a lot. I write down a whole bunch of random things that I want to remember. Self-love, so things I want to do, ways to take care of myself. cute. I think that's very useful. I still do stuff like this to remind myself of how to take care of myself or love myself more. This was my to-do list for the week of January 2017. How funny, Vistaprint. Set up laptop. I guess I got a new laptop. Blog pictures. Set up my Nespresso. Okay, interesting. List ideas. So this was my brain dump of ideas of lists I wanted to do. So this is how I am. I make a list of lists. So this is a list of ideas of lists that I want to make. Oh, love that for me. Making a home. So I really was trying to make a home for my marriage, and these are all the things that I wanted to do, which makes me sad because I was never able to actually make a home for him and I, because, well, that's a whole other story. But anyways, this makes me sad for me because I really tried hard. But anyways, this is the things that I wanted to do to make a home. I did a little giveaway. I relaunched my blog. Things I wanted to do for my money. So I had to figure out my pension and insurance. So this is obviously not the nicest. You can see these are very basic pages. They almost seem like just lists. This is my like to-do list for the week. You should see how my to-do list looks now. Weekend things, meal plan. So ideas for food that I had. It's so simple compared to what I have now. I think I do have to make another video to show you the evolution of my bullet journal, but this is my very first one, so it's very simple. I also was following a dietitian and a trainer, and this is what this was based off of. Books that I had started reading, I never did that. Reading list, books that I wanted to read. I do have a reading list in my current bullet journal for 2023, so if you want to see that, you can watch the setup for that. Empty page. This is a no-no bullet journaling system. You never leave a blank page. There's a lot more of the same, just like lists, which is really funny because the way that I plan my weeks is so much more complex than it is now. This is my first ever tracker, I guess. Emotions to Cultivate and Weekly Tracker. I do still have the same concept, but a little bit more detailed and better, I think, in my bullet journal for now. Again, the meal plan, to-do list, another tracker for the week. Stats tracker. This, I guess, was, oh, this is for my business. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So I was tracking my progress and my growth. Passwords, maybe I shouldn't show that. More to-do lists, more meal plans, decluttering idea. I wanted to do I think it was Marie Kondo at this point, but doing declutter. Again, the memories, weekly. So I guess I use it just for the week. So I see now I'm getting into like finding what I enjoyed. The tracker on one side, the to-do list on the other, and then a separate to-do list for my business and the weekend. I still do kind of that, split that up with my business versus my general life to-do list. Again, you see, I start figuring it out. Okay, I like having a to-do list for my life, a to-do list for my business, my habit tracker, my emotions tracker as well. Plans. Like, I'm getting a little fancy here, guys. Look at that. Look at that, getting fancy with the colors. This is me using like literally like 3-4 pens, like nothing like I do now. Ideas of dates that I wanted to do, that failed. Memories. This is for the Persian New Year. I wanted to create, it's called a sofre, which literally means place setting almost. Things I wanted to add for my sofre. Meal plan again. To-do list. So I guess it's a lot of the same. I was still developing what I needed, and I was still at the start of my business and trying to develop that. Brain dump, doing a bit of calligraphy, trying to be a little bit more specific, but obviously I didn't write anything. Things I love about me. So this was my way to start cultivating a lot more self-love, self-worth, loving myself. Ooh, I'm getting fancy over here. Mindful eating. This is me also starting to get back into journaling and writing things out. And I always find that asking yourself questions. So what is it that you want? How will you feel? Are you really hungry? So this is something my nutritionist have taught me, how to learn how to be more mindful when you're eating, and I wrote it out. This was very useful. Very grateful for her for that. This is me trying to manifest going to a blogging conference, how things have changed. Health goals, healthy snacks. This was an idea of my healthy snacks. Me trying to cultivate more happiness because I was struggling a little bit with feeling truly fulfilled and happy. especially in my job, but these are the things that I was trying to do to feel happier. I was trying to focus on the things that did make me happy, and that's why I did the gratitude journaling and the memories. Brain dump, asking myself question, what makes me happy, what gets me excited, what life do I want to create. So trying to uncover and dig deep and understand these things. Interesting. I was trying to understand what it means to find meaning and purpose in your life. I do a lot of this, the self-reflection, and to understand these important concepts. I do have worksheets related to personal development where we're talking about self-love, self-confidence, even your self-care, or just general personal development journal prompts. I do have worksheets specific to that, or a bundle of that if you want, on my Etsy shop. So I'll leave the link to those in the description box below. But as you can see, this is where it all started in 2017, when I started journaling a lot more and trying to reflect on these important concepts of life that we don't often concept. So this is me. I should read these over to see how I've changed and my perception has changed, but I won't do that now. This is assigning meaning and significance to things like weight loss. I still struggle with body image and weight loss things, but I'm gonna go through this again alone to see. Oh, this is probably the first time I got super fancy and got all these like cute stickers with my bullet journal. This is really fun to look at. Same concept: habits, emotions, to-do list, this blog to-do list. Creating an Instagram strategy to grow my Instagram for my business. Don't know what's happening on here. I assume I'm gonna write solution. Social media. I made a mistake, so I just scratched this whole page and wrote social. My, again, weekly plan. Daily checklist for bloggers. So daily things I want to do. Holy crap. This is me trying to do all this while having a full-time job, okay? And going to the gym 5 days a week. All these ideas for my business, for my blog, to-do list, May memories. This pin is still on my Pinterest board and so many people loved it. I think it's this one. I mean, that was my bucket list. It's empty, but I kind of like the concept of how I wrote that. Hubby love. Yeah, that's a little stab in the heart right there. Thanks for that. Google Analytics. This was me trying to track my business, but I didn't really like the layout and didn't really look inspiring. So I think one thing with bullet journaling is that the page for me does have to look aesthetic and inspiring for me to want to actually do it, which is why if you saw my previous video with my new bullet journal, I find that these pages are a lot more beautiful to look at, and like I'm more inspired to want to come in here and write the list of books that I've written, or write down different things. So as you can see, it's really evolved a lot, which is really cool to see and really funny to see. Actually, this is me just trying to find my way, right, throughout the years. Basically, to-do list. It's not that, you know, it's interesting. It's not exactly like a bullet journal. It's mostly like a journal crossed with a bullet journal. Again, just a to-do list. I wrote down the pages myself, so I find in this book one of the great things is that the pages are already in there. So that is very useful, but I have written down the pages by hand. How funny. Okay. That's a lot more of the same. I don't think there's anything that exciting, expensive. It just became messy, I think. And by that time, me trying to learn calligraphy. If I'm not mistaken, so this was in 2017. I think in 2017, I finally actually, let me just check here. I did actually, graduated to a real bullet journal. This is 2020. No, this is actually, isn't this one? I forget. As you can see, I have a lot of journals, but I think I did graduate to a real dotted journal that year. But that's the walkthrough of my first bullet journal, non-bullet journal ever. If you like this video, let me know what you thought, and if you want more bullet journaling content or any just generally content to create a happier life, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested to see all my other journals, because like I said, I have a lot of them. This is 2018, 2019, 2020. If you want to walk through of all my other journals, let me know, because there's a lot to go through, or I can just show you my top spreads that I've liked. Anyway, I'll stop talking. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and leave a comment. What is it that you enjoyed the most seeing in here? And thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you a lot of love. Bye for now.